universe. So I'm now asking you guys to vote. Type 1 if you believe that the mimetic change that has happened is an artificial one created by Yang, either Yang paid agents or strong supporters of Yang. Type 2 if you believe that the alt-right has been genuinely convinced by the idea of a UBI. Type 3 if you believe that the alt-right is using Yang as an accelerationist strategy to crash Western civilization and go toward the collapse. Or type 4 if you believe this is all true and what we are seeing is the combined effect of these sets of interest all playing out. A lot of people believe it's a mix. Some people believe it's only a mix of 2 and 3. And some people believe Mama JF's hypothesis. Some people say it's Mama JF's hypothesis. He's looking at transferring all of this money into the pockets of the Chinese. 3, 3, 4, 1. My God, there is division. There is a diversity of thought on this channel, and this is what I like. I think it's all true in a way, but I think that the gist of what's happening, and I think that this is the one getting most votes, beside 4, I think the gist of what's happening, at least from my perspective, I see use in Andrew Yang. I like this. Now, here's the problem. I did release a video that was called Andrew Yang, the worst politician of all time. And I still believe it's true. Because how the heck do you want to win if you're Andrew Yang? Andrew Yang is going into the Democrat Party that has been subject to parasitism from the far left forever. And it's been increasing. You have TYT pulling on the left. You have these Jimmy Dore show. They're all very far left. And people are fighting for this far left aspect. So you have far left, right. You have authoritarian. You have libertarians. And you have the Jews. And everyone is fighting very much far left and center left. Everyone, Bernie Sanders is the great communist. Bernie is coming from the far left and looking at going to confront Trump, who is here. In fact, Trump is a little bit has moved toward the Jews recently. And so Trump is here, and Bernie is coming from extremely far left to win his base within the Democrat Party, and he's looking at charging on Trump right here. Andrew Yang is really at the middle here. Andrew Yang, in terms of policy, he's probably also sympathetic to the Jew. But in terms of display, he does talk to white nationalists. And he does tell them, look, as a white person. So Andrew Yang is sending fishing nets pretty much everywhere on the political spectrum. He's saying to white-collar workers, I care about you. I understand you. He's saying to libertarian, UBI would still be better than our current welfare system, which I have to agree. He's saying to the authoritarians, no worry, we're going to steal all that money from the rich. We're going to take it directly from Jeff Bezos. And so, in that sense, he's pleasing to the left. And he's also pleasing to most of the right in the sense that most of the right, even those sympathetic with free markets, they understand that Amazon is not a free market anymore. And that the value-added taxes, if he adds them, if he targets the big corporations like Amazon, might have little consequences, or at least up to now, he hasn't revealed consequences on the small businessman. And on top of it, the fact that $1,000, everyone has the impression that it would help them no matter where they are. It's like your $1,000, the Jews are dancing hand in hand with the blacks, with the Asians, with the poor whites. It's like, the problem being that I'm enthusiastic about this whole Andrew Yang gang, okay? But let's be clear here. What he's suggesting is the most vast and greatest transfer of wealth from the pockets of white people to the rest of the nation since the beginning of the nation. Never has such a transfer of wealth been done, and it will be done without the number in your bank account even changing. You're gonna still, if you have a bank account and you have $4,000 reserve in it, it's gonna stay exactly there. But that $4,000 will be worth extremely less. What's about to happen if this $1,000 UBI goes into effect is a stealing to everyone that owns anything and a transfer to anyone that owns nothing. This is what's about to happen. Now, this is the political theory, and you could actually be going through his entire campaign and make people believe that this is not what will happen, and that, oh no, everyone's going to gain in that process. No. If you are part of the best part of the population, if you're part of the working majority, you will get poorer with this. I've explained it yesterday. Essentially, you're fighting for pies. When you go buy a pie at the grocery store, you're fighting with other people willing to pay for that pie. If there's more people fighting, the price rises. So, what do I say in front of this graph? I say, Andrew Yang is not covering his far left side. And here's my prediction. And I will write them down because this is what I predict will happen. Hello, Mama Jeff.
Hey, wait, I have something else to say. Hey, because you know the Hispanics, okay? That's not all.
Wait. Are you saying something racist?
No. But okay. I know the Hispanics, what they're gonna do, they all gonna send it to their family in Peru and Mexico,
That is true.
It's true, they're gonna do that,
That is true. That is true that if there's people with international solidarities, and if you send them $1,000 US dollar, they're going to send a part of it outside the country, and this will change the value of the US dollar on the international market. All right, that is one view. So here are my predictions. 1. Either Joe Biden will be a candidate or not. 2. If he is, he will occupy the center better while not losing support from the elite of the party. 3. Independently from that, Bernie Sanders will cover the far left better while also not losing support from the elite of the party, being Jewish himself. 4. Andrew Yang would have been a good candidate theoretically against Trump, but he will not be able to win the early stages of the primary because he will fail at gaining support within his own party. 5. The internet populace will realize the limits of its ability to to infiltrate an elite system like that of the Democrat Party. Those are my predictions. I predict that Andrew Yang will not make it through the early stages of the primaries of the Democrat Party because he will fail at covering his far left base. And because of that, he will get less support than a Bernie Sanders within the party who's talking to the far left, and a Joe Biden at the center who's talking to the elites of the party, and they know that they will get what they want from Joe Biden, these corporate systems. Sirion Tier Carey says 1.0's wingnats and spiritual boomers on suicide watch. Yang is the synthesis and the true meta solution. I for one, I agree with the third goal of this project, which is let's troll America. If money is worth so little in our world and it is subject to such corruption and such enrichment of the elites, let us take a crap on money. Let us destroy money, and the best way to destroy it is to give it for free to everyone. So, as an accelerationist strategy, I say, not a bad idea, Internet. I'm with you. I don't think we'll make it, though. We're already at the point where I consider that Andrew Yang has committed irreparable errors that will come back to bite him. And we're not even at the height of the excitement. When Andrew Yang does this,
I'm convinced that identity politics has just been set up to distract us from the money. Like, I just got to say, let's go get that money. And then after we get that money, then we can talk about whatever else we want to talk about.
No matter what you think of it, this will be used against him. He has framed his operation as an operation of theft, and this will be used against him. And when he talks about white people, this will trigger the identitarian far left in his party. I'm afraid that he has put the threshold to his own success within the Democrat Party to be unattainable under these conditions. I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm not saying it wouldn't be fun. I'm saying he won't be able. You need to be careful with these leftists. There is a way to win these leftists and to not trigger them, and it's certainly not to be talking about white well-being and the poor white trucker that can't make it. He chose a target that is needed to win a Democrat election, but that is not enough. You also need, while you court the white middle class, you need to preserve the far left LGBT minorities. To be giving away money like this, oh, reparation, UBI, no problem. He's definitely a very intelligent man, but I cannot see this pass from the elite's perspective, and the elites still control the Democrat Party.